It's Monday morning and I'm going off to my very first hike with Llanelli Ramblers. It's the actual shortest one of the week. It's only a 4-mile walk, but I think it'll be a good one to start me off. And it's just along the Swiss Valley Trail, which I've done before, and I'm up to the reservoir. I'm looking forward to meeting some new people. Hopefully I can join the Ramblers and do some of the longer ones, and maybe even eventually lead some hikes, especially at the weekend for longer ones, because I noticed they publish their programme every week, and I noticed there's nothing on at all this weekend, presumably because there's no one to lead a hike. But they cover, so this is my local bus stop, they cover the whole of Carmarthenshire, so you know it doesn't really matter where we do the hike. And Harry's brilliant at finding footpaths. He's already found loads and loads of footpaths. In fact, he's found me a nice walk to a nature reserve, which is near Carway. So I'm going to walk there from the house later this week and do a bit of exploring, because we all like a good nature reserve, don't we? When we were in the Algarve originally, I was still thinking in miles, and apart from the Americans, no one else ever knew what distance a walk was. So you'd write miles, and then the Europeans would say, how far is that? So I switched to kilometres, and I switched on my app, and I switched gradually in my head. So now I think in kilometres, and of course now I'm back in Wales. I really need to make the jump back to miles. It's really hard. All the signposts here obviously have mile distances on, but my app is still set to kilometres. I haven't quite made up my mind what I'm going to do about that yet, but probably should go back to miles. We'll see. Anyway, I'm not going to film the hike today. I have a 2.1 kilometre walk from the bus stop to the, I thought that was the bus, it's a lorry. I have a 2.1 kilometre walk from the bus stop to the meeting point. I just hope my bus isn't late, because last week it was about 20 minutes late, and it will mess up the plans completely, because obviously they're not going to wait for me. They don't even know who I am. Anyway, that's it for now. It's got a bit noisy here now. Bye. Wouldn't you know? The bus was late, so now I'm rushing up this Swiss Valley Trail at top speed, because I have 25 minutes before the hike starts, and I've got over 2 kilometres to walk. It's not a tremendous distance, but I'm sort of motoring up here now, as you can see. This is one of the lovely stone arches that crosses the path, and that's because it actually started life as a horse-drawn railway linking the local iron furnace to the coast, and then later it became part of the Carmarthenshire tramway, which was the earliest operating public railway in Great Britain, can you believe? I mean, now it's basically just for leisure. You see walkers, runners, dog walkers. You see people picking blackberries at this time of year as well. It's all really, really pretty. I've put some information, I put a link underneath if you're interested. I think it would have been really awkward to film when I was in a group, especially as I didn't know anyone. But this is actually the Swiss Valley Reservoir, which was our sort of end point. We stopped here for drinks, and then we walked back to the meeting point. Isn't it beautiful? It was so tranquil and pretty. Really lovely place. So now I had a lovely time, really, really lovely time. There's such nice people. And we actually walked through Swiss Valley on a completely different path to the one I did on my own. And it was a much nicer path, because I just stuck to the tarmac one when I did it myself. But look at this amazing church, isn't it? This is Llanelli, more or less opposite the Phil Bennett monument. Isn't that incredible? I'm going to have to find out a little bit more about this church. But the graveyard again is a lovely, lovely graveyard. You can see the older tombs over in that. Oh, you can actually just about see the Phil Bennett. I didn't want to take a photograph when we were all waiting. Can you see the rugby player in the distance? That's the Phil Bennett Memorial. So anyway, maybe I'll come back here another day. I think Llanelli is definitely a place to have a little look around. It's really nice. Look at these two beautiful little Shetland ponies. It's really not what you'd expect in the middle of Llanelli, is it? This is what I love about these Carmarthenshire towns. One minute I was walking through a relatively modern estate. Then I joined a tarmac path through the woods. And then I emerged to this open area, and next thing you know, these two little people were here. They're so cute. This one, the lighter one, has got a huge bag of hay and he's just not going to stop eating it. The other little one, I think, is getting a bit bothered by flies. Oh, so cute, so cute. There you are, there's the big bag of hay. You're having a nice feast there, aren't you? Both of you are so cute. I certainly wasn't expecting a gift, but Mary, the leader, handed out these lovely little booklets from the National Botanic Garden of Wales. If you look inside, the idea is when you see a plant, that one is actually a red clover, you jot down when you see it, what month and where it was. There are some in here that, sorry, oh God. I am sorry, I've still got an absolutely useless left hand. I struggle to do anything, although I'm out of plastic, it's still an absolute nightmare. Now that is one I don't know. This is called a walled caraway. So I have no idea when these various flowers are supposed to be blooming, but I'm going to start taking this little booklet out with me and keep an eye out for them. It's really nice. I think it's really nice to be able to identify the vegetation and the wildflowers that we pass when we're out and about. I think I'm getting a little bit better with trees, although I am limited to oak, sycamore and birch at the moment.